From where we left off. Through blood of Briar and Saint of Silver, a momentous clash comes upon the party as they make their way through the Temple of Arion to put this wedding affair to a permanent rest. In the midst of your lack of communication skills and secrets to be spoiled, the wedding kicked off into the ballroom blitz of Hollow Measure. The Wren household had taken a dire hit through the rapid holification through the illicit brethren-based machinations, meaning the sudden ends to all but the son and the senior Wren. Even so, you went through this unorganized encounter to the point where the Archblood Bishop priest engulfed himself and his dead siblings within brambles, and before you stands this blighted treant sapling. That being said, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus.
Oops, that was too
fast,
young.
fast.
Right?
Yo, 20 again, Jesus.
Alright, calm down.
The dude on death's door gets to go first. Let's go.
Could be worse. Okay, watch when you
Yo, 2 nat 20s for initiative. Let's go.
watch the initiatives for both the Wrens, though. We really need to make sure they don't fucking die, of all things. Okay, how far is this fuck though? Because I gotta make sure I can just get my attack off and then fucking bounce. Okay, I can mark them. How far is the fucking guns? Okay. Let's hope I keep that initiative lock for when I get assassin's
Oh,
shit.
good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's great.
Okay.
My initiative.
Wait, did you roll yet?
I
She did, but
I-
she rolls twice.
Yes, my item gives me advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was 14. Cool. So the earring, you mean? Or something else?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's good. That's not
Wait,
worrying
what?
at all.
Then where is it? Jesus.
I think it's the earring.
I don't think it's Jesus.
Young Xing in character side. Okay, is everyone in? Fuck, they're at the damn bottom. Okay. Okay, let me get my shit ready.
You are up first, Joaquin.
Yeah. Like completely what Keen like deadpan expected half of this. He expected some shit to show up. So he's gonna he's gotta basically just like holla and say like, get the Wrens out of here, please. And then he puts the Hunter's mark on the fucking whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
And he's marked, and I have guns, and I need to fucking move a bit closer just to get the gun out of the way. Let's handle these right here. That's a 1. Fuck, wait. Let me turn off advantage. There we go. That's 2. And this will be the dreaded one.
2 of those hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, was it the last? Yeah, no.
The last 2.
Of course. I'm stupid. Yeah. Let me just put my macros out the way. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's that.
Okay.
14. And let me put the dread on there. Damn. Yeah.
So that is 14 and 11. So
Yeah.
okay, 25 points.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
And Joaquin's just gonna step back a bit and just keep his eyes trained on the Treant here, and like he's like gesturing to the rest to just run the fuck away, and that's the turn.
Okay. Azoth, you're up.
As a reaction, when I rolled my initiative, I would have put my analysis on it.
So what do you add to it?
Or
Or is it just a reaction to...
It's just reaction, yeah.
Okay.
It's so this guy now has like myself marked on him.
Oh, okay, so yeah. Cool.
I'm just going to shoot him and add a D4 to it.
6 hits. That is 14 points of piercing damage. Oof. Nice, good job.
Back up, and that's it for me.
It is the Treant's turn. It is going to use its action to rapidly grow. As you see, it sticks its arm into the ground, like splitting the pavement and the carpet underneath it, and you just watch these vines like convulse down its arm and surge into the ground of the church. And over here,
No.
a thick, almost foul-smelling trunk appears here. And actually, I'll put fill a lot of. Make it clearer.
So it's just a tree.
Yep. Just a very blighted, almost rotting, like, tree that's just spread out from the ground. It's Dexter's turn, and he is going to rage. Let me just get it deep real quick.
Let me check how many spell slots I have though too. Yeah, it could have been worse.
Okay. Everyone within 15 feet of Dexter, you watch as sort of this almost northern lights, like aurora sort of effect, start almost emanating from himself, and anyone around him, you start feeling time sort of speed up and slow down almost interchangeably. Anyone within 15 feet of him has advantage on attack rolls. And he is going to run up and say, I fucking hate trees, man. And he's going to make a reckless attack. That was a natural 1. Oh wait, never mind. Reckless. Okay. That hits for 14 points of damage, and he is going to put a Chaos Burst on that. For 22 points of cold damage. It sort of like smashes inside of this tree. You watch like some of the wood almost crystallize as his hammer like connects with it, and it immediately like cracks, shatters upon impact, and the treant like rolls back and like roars in the voices of the priest and 3 of the brethren that were absorbed into it. At the end of Dexter's turn, it's going to use a legendary action. And you watch here, this tree branches sort of like swirl around of its trunk and bark and lash out at Yongxing.
Sad.
Yongjing does a 18 hit. Yeah, okay. You take 9 points of slashing damage and 8 points of poison damage. Theron, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna start off by a vow of vengeance
Okay.
on the treant,
It is
and then
marked by 3 people now.
and then shit, that's right, I used all my focus points. Well, slash.
You didn't kill anyone last session, did you? Or did you get the killing blow on anyone?
I can't remember.
Well, I'd say if you kill something of moderate threat, which you did, you have all your focus back.
I have them all back. Okay. Alright.
Oh wait, did you crit? You rolled a crit. You landed a critical hit, right, last session?
I did.
Yeah, so you
that I
get
did.
them all back then anyway.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yep, you regained them on a
Fuck
crit.
yes. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, slash.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That's dirty 20.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's a 9.
9 points of slashing damage. Nice.
Then the other one. That's a 25.
25 hits.
11 slashing, but I can reroll that too.
Okay.
D6. 3. But I'm also going to then use a focus point in the if I do have them in. What was it? The
Roll retribution.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
the one.
So
I'm gonna...
you're putting 1 focus into it. So roll me
Yeah.
a d6. Was it d6 or d8? I can't remember.
D6
Okay, d6. And what damage are you choosing?
fire.
Okay. Yikes. You sort of watch as the second slash when Theron comes around with this huge greatsword of his, runes inscribed onto the silvered blade starts lighting up as the second slash comes along, and as all of them are lit up, the sword almost instantaneously bursts into flames, and it carves out this big flaming like gash onto this like left midsection of the treant. That hurt. Okay. At the yeah, is that it, or is there something else?
I think I'm going to use Perseverance, 1 focus point, to get 1d8 plus my eventual level of temporary hit points.
All right, go ahead and roll.
It's a bonus action. Oh no, wait, fuck, that's an action. Never mind, I can't do that.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
Yeah, so yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. The end of its turn is going to use legendary action for it's just going to make a attack against Dexter. That hits him.
He has advantage because you used reckless.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
That was a natural 20.
Sorry.
He
Damn
takes
dirty Jesus.
26 points of slashing damage halved, and 9, 14, 15 points of poison damage. Morgan, it's your turn.
Okay, so if I were to attack from here with Coalescence, would that give me disadvantage? I don't know how close you get disadvantage on when using firearms.
It's only if you're point blank to them. So
Okay,
within melee range.
No.
Yeah, you're
So
fine.
I would get advantage on my attack since I'm within 15 feet of Dexter.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Okay. We bonk. Just making sure everything is right. Okay. 28
When he hits, go ahead and roll damage.
for 17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. Nice.
And then I'm gonna back up. Trying to see if I have anything I can do on a bonus action. I technically can cast or I technically can use dash as a bonus action right now, so I'll move farther back. Wait, how
Okay.
far was that? Oh, right there. So I can move. I think it's there. There you go. Okay, that's my turn.
Adrian, you're up. Bella, you're on deck.
Adrian's gonna run up and stab him. He gets advantage, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. It's an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
20 damage.
Nice. 20 points of sneak damage. 20 points of snack damage.
Neck damage. Bonus action, he's gonna dash and hide behind here. Well, he's not gonna hide, but he's gonna jump over the table.
Okay. Nice. Cool. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Bella, you're up.
So, sorcerer, I can use my sorcery points to regain spell slots. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me do some measuring real quick.
Does it cost like an action or something, or is it just for free? I forgot.
Yeah, is that a
I think
bonus
it's
action or
for-
an action?
I think it's for free. I think you just do it.
It's a bonus action.
Oh.
To get a first level slot, it's 2 points. For a second, it's 3. For a third, it's 5.
5. Okay.
4th, 6th, 5th, 7, blah blah blah.
It only caps at 5th, I think.
No one's dead yet, so you can probably go Caster Shing. I mean, Bear Shing. My bad. Well, maybe we can hope the Wrens can make it out on their own. It's like they're already close to the door. They could just run.
I don't think we should chance it, considering the fucking tree bark just sprouted from the ground.
That is true. That is how far is that? Like fucking 100 feet?
Can we target the tree bark?
You can if you
Probably.
like.
Oh. Okay, I would like to. Like to. Sorry. I want. Bella is going to turn to the Wrens and say, like, you should leave. Get somewhere safe, please. This would all be for nothing if something happened to either one of you. And I'm gonna have her use Fireball on the Treant. Am I in range is the question.
You are in range, I believe, because it's 150 feet.
Cool.
If you were to use it
Okay.
from like right here, you'd hit it and you'd still be in range.
Perfect.
Oh, my thing is set to not show to other people. Oops.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Fireball, and I think I'm gonna cast it like right
Yeah,
here. Just
you're gonna
out
have
of range.
to. Yeah, you're gonna have to move from behind the pillar first.
I'm behind the pillar.
Yeah.
Not fireball yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
just because you need line of sight. But yeah,
Yeah.
Like that.
just step out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Roll to hit. Okay.
Do it. Fuck it up.
That is a fireball. Is that what you're casting, or the firebolt?
Yeah. Fireball.
Fireball.
Was what she
Oh,
said.
okay. It needs to make a dex save. Sorry, I.
Oh. I thought she said bolt.
Yeah, me too. That is a
If I did, my bad.
that is a 15.
Oh my god.
So
Music.
it yeah, so it succeeds to save, but it still takes
15.
the fire damage. So you watch as like this like streak of fire shoots out from Bella and explodes against the chest of the treant, like sending it almost reeling back as it retches. And even now, honestly, Theron, you up this close to it, it starts smelling like burning leather and just burning corpses.
Oh Jesus.
It smells horrible.
Nothing new.
Is that all you'd like to do, Bella?
Smells like college.
True. Smells like my
I'll
dorm.
move with my action.
You moved.
Yeah, it's part of it. So
I mean, I'd say you moved. You have 10 feet to spare, or 10. I don't know what that is. Yeah, you have 5 feet to spare. Sorry.
5 feet. Okay. I'll move right here,
Okay.
and that will end my turn.
The Wrens. Senior Wren looks still incredibly beat up from the fight before, and he looks at his son and says, "Son, we must go." And you see this like stern look of like determination from Fletcher as he's like, "But we can't just leave them there. They saved us. We must leave, son. Quickly. You heard this will all be for nothing." As he begins to move towards the door.
Run, old man.
Fletcher. What
Oh
will Fletcher do?
god.
Oh my god. Fletcher looks as his father runs behind him and looks towards the treant, and you can, like, anyone like close to him can see like him shaking as he draws his sword and shakes his head and runs beside you, Bella.
Oh Jesus.
Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna fucking die.
As he
Should I kidnap him?
as he runs past the trunk, it is going to make an
No.
attack of opportunity against him.
Fuck! What a
fuck this bitch.
fucking idiot.
Who's gonna make an who can make an attack of opportunity?
The tree.
The tree
Oh, the
that
tree.
The fucking tree.
I'm gonna
How
kill
bad
him
is
myself.
how bad is the kid
No,
looking?
trees
that
are
is 16. He's kind of bloodied, but he looks about as bad as like Theron right now.
So about half.
He takes 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You sort of see, like, as he like runs past, these like vines like whip out and like cut across against his face and like tear his clothes, but he steels himself and moves past it. At the end of his turn, it is going to use its final legendary action, and
You might need to be Caster Shing after all, because this guy's a dumb fuck. Okay.
Oh Jesus.
it's going to use poison emittance from the trunk. Everyone.
No.
Okay. Everyone within 30 feet of the trunk, I would like you to make Constitution saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed. All right.
That is a fail. That's a success. That is a fail.
Nat 1.
Fletcher.
It's a count.
Did I fail?
Fletcher succeeds. Yeah, that is a fail.
If I flash of genius, do I still fail? That's a plus five
Could
to
you?
the con
Yeah,
save.
could you like send me the thing in the chat?
I don't have it written down because I didn't put it in my thingy yet. Because hold on, I'll find it.
Could be
That's
plus 5. You can do it after the roll. It's a
'Cause
reaction.
I believe last time we ruled that I can do it after
Yeah, you
I
can do
know if
after
I
the roll.
fail. After I know if I fail. Okay.
Can you?
I don't know.
I
I'm
know
just
it's just
looking.
roll.
I just want to look at the wording of this.
It's a reaction to add your modifier to any saving throw.
Ability check,
Roll
ability check, or saving throw. Yeah.
Mm,
Neither action.
You can use this number of times equal to your Again, when you are in a...
You can use it after the roll, but I won't tell you if it succeeds or not.
So I can't use it right now since you already told me I failed.
I mean,
He-
if
he
I
told
tell
you
you
that
if
the
I tell
10
you that
fails.
if a 10 fails, I won't tell you if the 15 will succeed.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna flash of genius for
Okay.
just.
Then you succeed.
Let's go.
There you go.
So anyone that fails takes only 10 points of poison damage,
Ouchie.
and anyone that succeeds takes half.
So 5. Okay. Gonna quickly add the flash of genius to my fucking thingy.
Yungjing, it's your turn.
Gonna... There we go. I don't think I need that right now. Oh, balls. Oh, Lord. Young Ren, here's a lesson. Who's going to protect your father if you die with the rest of us? Okay.
Bonking the root. Nice. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Lay.
Oh! No fucking way.
Sad.
No way. Yeah, that misses as wood. The wood against wood is just not seeming to even put a dent inside of the trunk. Joaquin, it's your turn.
Okay, fucky Wack. What the fuck? He's going to move back a bit closer, just to get 60 feet of this fuck, and then he's gonna pop. 1, 2 balls.
16 hits, the 12 misses.
Okay, there you go. It's 9.
9 points of piercing damage, nice.
35. This fucking tree man. Okay. Okay, and then he's gonna yell over his shoulders like, "Hey, what's going on back there? I better not see a fucking wren back there anytime soon."
I'm helping!
That's a lie, and you know it. Okay, and after he says that, he's wait, that I'm trying to see because one of them, I think this one was miss a chord, so just add +3 to that because of the last,
correct.
thing.
Okay.
And then, what Joaquin is going to just load his gun and then take out his other gun and put it in his other hand, and that is. He's gonna go around to this other side of the pillar right here. Just he's just gonna get covered, but that's the turn basically.
Okay.
I say just there's nothing really with it. Let's just say here and be done with it. Okay.
Okay. Azoth, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move over here, right here. Can I roll an investigation or nature check to see if this thing's weak to fire right now? Since there's been multiple fire attacks on it.
Go ahead and make. Just give me a nature check. Actually, give me a religion check.
Can we say nature? Is that?
Fine.
Let's go. Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
You know that treants are weak to fire. This one might be an exception. It might not be.
Okay.
But you do know that creatures of it are inherently weak to fire.
And was that my action, or was that a? Can I do something else as well?
No, you still have your action.
Okay, so since I'm at 8 HP, I'm gonna take out the Judicator, and
Okay.
I'm going to use it on myself to get you know the one 16 health back,
Okay.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Nice. It is the treant's turn, and you can see it almost like roaring and retching back with this like pure anger and almost pain as this like symphony of screams of the different dead people that have been absorbed into it are like crying out into everyone's ears. It's got to plunge its other arm into the ground. And let's put it right here. One sec. Whatever. And yeah, that will be Dexter's turn. He's going to make another reckless attack. That was a 3 and a 5. He misses. Theron, you're up.
All right. Slash. Do I still get advantage?
You do.
Okay, I'm
Only
gonna
it's not +5 anymore.
slash at the mofo. 19.
19
Just a
hits. Go
1.
ahead and roll damage.
Balls.
Now, I completely forgot because it has Vow Vengeance. It also takes my proficiency bonus as damage, so that's +3 to that,
Okay.
and
So
+3 to all the damage I'm gonna get.
okay. So that's 20 points of slashing damage. Nice. Just remember,
Yeah,
when you make an attack with advantage, if both rolls are the same, you also score a
I
critical
get
hit.
critical. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that. Don't worry.
Okay.
And the other one, 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 13, and
13
I'm going
points
to
of
use the focus points for brutal retribution.
Nice. Go ahead and roll me that
So
d6.
for fire.
4 points of fire damage. Okay, once again, just these like almost ancient runes carved along the blade of the sword itself flare up and carve another gash through this. If you've never seen a tree bleed before, Theron, but after like slicing through this bark, this like black liquid ooze, like thicker than blood but a little bit more runnier than sap, just like splurts out, staining your blade and like sludging onto the ground. Morgan, it's your turn.
I'm gonna dash to get right here. Haha, within 15 feet. Smiles.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. I don't think I should use a spell slot yet, so I'll still just bonk again. Firebolt. 26
26 hits. Go ahead.
or 18 fire damage.
18 points. Nice.
And
Very
then
nice.
I move here. And that'd be my turn. I don't like that.
At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Heart attack.
It is going to make 2 lash attacks. One will be at Theron, and the other one will be at Morrigan.
In range?
Oh yeah.
That's scary.
Oh
That's fucking spooky, dude.
yeah. Theron. Oh, he has disadvantage because he's around Dexter, my bow. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay. And then Morrigan does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jespy
Disadvantage too? Jesus.
takes 17 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna use Ventures of the Destroyer.
Okay.
Reduce damage by 1d10 plus 7.
Go ahead and roll.
Uses 2, I think. I take 11 of that. So how much was it?
It was 17.
17, so I take... No.
That fucking...
Oh fuck! I keep.
Oh, that fucks.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
You take 19 points of slashing damage, Morrigan. As you watch, as like after your firebolt rings out and you try to run back to cover, it like plunges more tendrils emanating from its head into the ground, and you see like the stonework on the ground itself like rumble upwards, and these tendrils like streak through the ground and into lashing out at both the Theron and Morrigan as they like quickly slither back and reattach itself back onto the treant's head.
Moore is not looking good at all. She's looking very, very bad.
Adrian, it's your turn.
Adrian is gonna bonus action dash and run to the opposite side of Dexter, so he gets flanking.
Okay.
And I suppose me too. And I'm gonna stab him in the back.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Do it.
It's at 25.
25 hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
That's 23 points of slashing damage.
Your points.
And I'm gonna stay there.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go!
Thank fucking God.
I'm just gonna like dash across the table and run to him, like, you know, I guess run up one of the tendrils as he starts to lash out and just stab him in the back of the neck.
Hey, you see almost as your blade is coming down at almost the nape of this treant's neck, time seems to slow down a little bit as your blade seems to be guided by an invisible current of water. As you aim for its back, but you feel your blade almost shift upwards and your wrist gently twist as you cleanly decapitate this treant. As it almost screams out now in this unison of voices. And it slumps to the ground.
Let's go.
Are we out of initiative?
You are.
Okay.
Okay, Jesus fuck.
Theron like lowers his sword on the ground and is leaning on it like, that's new.
Okay, not to worry you all, but we're still above, you know, explosive things.
That's
I just think we should exit the explosive Molosseum, whatever the fuck this is, Mausoleum, whatever you pronounce
Mausoleum.
it. Mausoleum.
Mussolini. We should exit this Mussolini.
Anyway, Fletcher, I need you to get the fuck out of the church. You specifically, with your father out.
Young Ching, should we run downstairs to stop the explosion, or should we just get out of here?
Yeah, but it's best we do both. Okay. But yeah, Joaquin literally is going to like run over to the Wrens and like fucking is gonna.
Okay, I'll show you the way. Follow me. And we're gonna run back to the hatch I once came out of.
What were you thinking? You could have been killed. Father, I had to help. You don't understand.
Yes, your son is a very brave big boy, Elder Wren, but to specify, there is a lot of gunpowder under the church, and we should, fucking leave. Just in case,
Why would I want to leave? As he looks around.
No.
Everyone,
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
everyone that I've ever cared about is here. Gone. Turned into those wretched things.
Not 5 minutes ago you were ready to run, and now you give up.
What's the point? For what? What was the reason behind this? It was supposed to be a happy day.
The reason behind it is power.
Yeah, political assassination shit, Red Hand, whoever this fuck is.
Why? To make sure they don't get the power. To make sure this doesn't happen again.
Just that. And I think Bella will like walk up to like Lord Wren and like kind of gently brush her, like put her hand on his like bicep. Lord Wren, you should also live to remember those that you cared about. Because they're never truly gone. They always live on in our memory. And I'm sure that the people who cared about you, they wouldn't want you to give up like this.
Yeah, baby cakes, I don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, I agree with the ninja here, but I think we should. I love the magical little moment here, but we should leave the fucking exploding church now.
Just
Please.
please. There's no one down there that can even detonate them. It's whatever. Here, listen, Mr. and little one. Just remember that all of this, completely your fault. Completely. You could have done anything you could to prevent all of this. Like, you could not even attend in the first place. Like, just remember that the guys were here for you. So, honestly, your, like, presence here has been nothing but an absolute, like, fucking detriment to this place and to these people. So,
Jesus Christ.
please, just,
Not helpful.
just remember that, you're probably never going to accomplish anything else in your life aside from sitting your fat ass on this like throne.
Step in
whatever
as
the
Dexter's
fuck.
speaking and kind of like cut him off a little as Dexter's speaking.
So
Dexter, you're not helping, okay?
sure I am.
And she'd kind of like step deliberately in front of him and turn to the Wrens. Look, what happened here today could be considered a tragedy in all fronts. But nothing is fixed or helped by you giving up now. Young one, child one, she kind of turns to young Wren. You wanted to help. The best way that you can help anyone, even the people who have passed, is to get away and don't let their sacrifice be for naught.
Yeah, fuck off, Pudgy. Shoo.
Dexter, I will turn around and I will shoot you. Shut up.
Wait, who's Pudgy?
Both of them.
Just,
Look.
just to keep. No, okay, Yeah. I put my hand on like Fletcher's shoulder. That's okay. You ever heard of revenge, Blondie?
Yes.
Well, it starts now. Double pats. Get the fuck out.
Oh. Okay.
Fucking
Bro,
go.
Dexter made this kid cry.
Father, I think we should go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You see, like, Mr. Wren sort of, like, look down and... Jeez, can't believe she married such a fucking wimp.
Oh my god.
Not married. We make sure that
Dexter points to, like, the pile of ashes in the middle of the floor. You got a jar, you can bring her with you.
Oh, yo.
Fucking Christ, that's.
Damn.
Dexter,
Goddamn.
fucking a real one.
I said, fuck off. And
Yo.
I don't think anybody sees, but, like, what Mr. Wren sees in his eyes immediately makes him turn pale. And, he, like, grabs his son urgently. We need to report this to the council. And they immediately book it.
Okay.
As a
Well, that was easier
Yeah,
said.
we
That was easier. You guys handled this in the
Yeah, but,
worst
either-
possible way. I'm not gonna lie.
Dexter, cool. That's your name. Whatever.
You know what's up?
Thanks for handling that, I guess. But we need to follow them and make sure we explain shit because they are kind of like our legal out with all of this.
We need to put him in witness protection.
Or you could just
That
you could
too.
just leave town. I don't think anyone else but them knows that you were ever here.
Fuck.
Besides, if
nah.
you're looking for a legal out, as he like makes finger quotes, I totally got you covered. Probably.
How so?
Um,
We have enough of half-explained plans right now. Just explain it. Go.
Wait, guys. The attendants, none of Bella's family, other than the husks of whatever the fuck her parents' names were here, right?
I
Her
don't
uncle
fucking
wasn't
know.
here.
no, the Darlings were the List Brethren.
Okay, fair. Whatever.
So the uncle that we're looking for.
Fergus
Mhm.
was not here.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, we should explain to them at least and make sure they know the situation. The more people know about this red hand fuck, and you know, we can actually, you know, counter
We could just
offense.
The more people that know.
Yes, because I'm tired of this fairy tale bullshit.
Won't they be in more danger when they're not with us? 'Cause
Finally.
Won't he just go after them
I don't think
again?
Joaquin just looks at you, and you can just imagine him just remembering the face of Fletcher, and it says like, I'm debatable.
It's
Yeah.
it's not about the fact that it's not about
And it'd be
them
a
as
bad
people.
idea though. And yeah.
It's about their existence as a whole as a threat to whoever wanted them dead in the first place, which I think we all know who. The political plan may have failed once, but who's saying that they won't try again?
Okay. I know we're also being sidetracked because of this conversation, and we tend to do that a lot already. But can we get out of the fucking church now?
Yep.
Whatever y'all doing, I don't really care. I'm gonna go down to the explosives. So whoever wants to come with, I'll lead the way.
I'm going out of the church now.
As Joaquin starts leaving, Theron just yells out, "You have a lot of explaining to do."
You too. Runs out of church.
Can I investigate the tree body as this whole kerfuckle was happening?
Yeah, thank fucking god. Yeah, you can. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. 17. So, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to, like, extract a corpse from it?
I want it like whatever, because this thing's still made out of tree, right? It's made out of tree and ooze and corpses.
Yeah, so what you see right now is like this burning, like almost charred, rotten wood, as well as burning and almost half decomposed corpses sort of lodged inside of its husk. Um, what exactly would you be looking for?
I'm trying to get a piece of the rotten wood that isn't charred yet or on fire, and maybe like an arm or something from a corpse.
Pretty easy enough to do. You can sort of like tug out an arm. Like you don't even like need to cut it. It's you can feel like the bone like break brittly and the flesh just like slow off as you sort of like rip it from its host, like almost like cotton candy. Um, as for the wood, you can get like a decently like sized like chunk of the wood from the thing that's blighted and still smells absolutely abhorrent, but you can get a you can get a decent you can get a decent sample of it.
Is there anything else of note of this treant?
Give me one more investigation check.
Yeah.
20. Interesting. You start like you put your gloves on, you start like digging inside, and your hands are like going through almost this like the interior, which honestly is like rotten chum. And you're like digging through until you grab something solid, and uh, as you pull it out, it's completely covered in like blood, gore, and pus, but you like polish it off a little bit with your thumb, and it seems to be the amulet that the Grand Priest was wearing.
Okay. I'll pocket that for now.
Okay. Um, as for anyone going down to the understairs of the
Me.
yeah, so anyone that's going down there, you make your way through this like stone cellared corridor that Adrian had been through, taking a left and then a right and then down another set of stairs until you open up into the wine cellar, and before you again this big strong smell of alcohol hits you as the door sort of opens and sloshes out into this like big pool of wine that is now almost reaching the top of the first step of the stair. You guys do see barrels upon barrels of wine and gunpowder. They're stored in the same barrel, so it's sort of hard to like pick which ones are out. But after like sort of like investigating and shaking some and prying some open, you can like see where these are from, like what these are, which ones is which.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm de-pickling myself right now. Someone else take over.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
Tori, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay, great.
You're the only one that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. So, first and foremost, what just like off the top of my head, would I be able to know of like any way I could probably like salvage the explosives while also disarming them? So like, you know, like save a little bit of the gunpowder for like later use, possibly?
So there is nothing to disarm. They are
Oh.
barrels of gunpowder. Someone was just meant to throw a match into this pool
And
of
they
wine,
didn't.
and kaboom.
Oh, that's not very
So
secure.
there's no like device. There's nothing. It's very mundane. It's barbaric almost, but it it gets the job done. So you can take you can like fill water skins or like or how many vials that you have with the gunpowder.
Okay.
Any more than that, you would be having to be like spoon it in your hands or trying to like get away with a full barrel, which would be a gallon each. But these like barrels themselves, they are rather heavy, so
Okay. So that does come with a follow-up question of in session 1, the only thing I took from I forget her name's alchemist shop is I took all of the vials that she had or that I could manage. So how many would you say that I have?
on you, I'd say you have about 12.
And how big are they?
Let me look up let me find they are I wouldn't say like they are actual vials, but more of these like small or like not small, but like relatively decent sized like glass containers with a cork at the top.
Let's fucking go.
So you could get about I'd say they're like about slightly larger than a hand grenade.
Oh, okay.
So for like that kind of size comparison.
Okay. If I were to fill up all of them plus my water skin with gunpowder, how much would I be able to get? Like of gunpowder?
I can't really give you an exact measurement, but you would have 12 vials of gunpowder and a water skin of gunpowder. I know the water skin you have is about 2 liters.
Okay. Great. So you said like 2 liters?
Yeah, so you have 2 liters and just 12 vials of gunpowder.
Great. Okay, that's wonderful. She would kind of turn to the rest of the group. Okay, so what is it you're wanting to do with the rest of this? We could destroy it. You guys could obviously take whatever you want of it. We could weaponize it if you guys are feeling a little like you want some vengeance, but I doubt it.
As long as we can save the temple from the explosives, I don't care.
Soak it with a spell. What do you mean? Like water?
How many gallons can you even make of create water?
10 gallons of
A lot. You can
10
make enough for
gallons.
you. Yeah, you can make a lot. Great, so I think it might be rendered useless. Okay. Yabagu would I know if all of this gunpowder gets wet, is it going to be useless
Until it dries out.
until it dries out? Okay. That's a very much temporary solution. So, I mean, we could go with that, and then the gunpowder might be repurposed later, which would be a problem we'd have to deal with, but what can we do? This is. I mean, if nobody has any other ideas, we could just go with that and deal with the consequences of it as they come.
Very responsible.
I mean, I have no other ideas.
So, Youngjing, are you going to be casting Create Water? Okay. So, in order to There's 18 gallons of gunpowder here, and create water creates 10, so you have to cast the spell twice. Are you able to?
How many barrels?
Okay, well, awesome. So, you see like Yongjing sort of have to duck her head under the door, but steps into this small cellar, and the wine sort of like sloshes at her feet, sort of staining whatever shoes and like hem of the dress that she's wearing. But as she sort of like lifts her staff into the air, you see sort of like this ornate ornament at the tip of it light up in this like dull grayish green energy, and you watch as the wine starts lifting up into the air and swirling around each barrel that has been identified as the explosive ones. And as you're watching, the wine is like getting purified with this faint, almost greenish shimmering, as not really the clear blue water that you're accustomed to, but more of like this like very light and evanescent teal starts entering through the tops and like the cracks of each barrel, sort of permeating through, and you can see the gunpowder from the open lid start darkening and darkening until now you have successfully disarmed the barrels for now.
Okay, then I guess we should
Hmm.
get the hell out of here.
I have one last thing to do. I'll come in a second. Can I go back to the main church building, like inside of it, where you fought the thing?
Sure. What would you like to do?
Is there like, I think the big glass where like the deity that's basically worshipped in this temple got shattered, right, by Dexter.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you like would pray to in this church? I don't really know how that works.
It's actually a sort of a very nice scene, even though the actual stained glass is destroyed. It opens up into this like much more beautiful scene of the lake. And as you sort of like look out through the shattered glass, the lake itself seems to like meld in with in your peripheral vision with the other stained glass, the other stained glass on the walls, as it sort of seems to almost encompass itself inside of it. You can pray to the water if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like take a seat and calm down for a second, and I'm just gonna say, thank you for helping me. And just pray for a second.
Give me a religion check.
Oh, okay. 20.
Wow.
30, 20.
You just feel this light, like cool breeze sort of flow through this shattered glass of the church, and it sort of like brushes past your hair and leaves a light whistling in your ears as some of the snowflakes falling sort of just dance around a little bit as one lands very softly on your nose. You don't know if you were hurt or not. You don't feel any sort of acceptance or response, but you do know that your prayer worked in a way.
Okay. Adrian is just gonna have a short smile and then dart back to where the others are.
One thing what Kingwood did, he would be the first to like actually go out of the church, and he wanted to like rush over to the Wrens, so like talk to them before they left.
Okay. Yeah.
If we can, you know.
You can. Yeah, they're sort of very hastily like lashing one of their horses with the reins back onto like one of the carriages.
Okay.
Or like off the carriages, I would say. As they're planning on riding them solo. But yeah, as you approach them, they sort of like look back at you, and Fletcher Sleeve was up. Can I help you?
What Keen, like, basically was like rushing after him and is trying to catch his breath too, but he's like, I heard your voice while I was down, I believe, Sir Ren. Was it you that got me up?
No, that was my father. He used his magic.
Okay. Well, can I speak to your father as well? Just to get this over with real quick, so we can know do your business.
Yes, of course. What is it? We're sort of
Okay.
in a rush. Is the tall man here? Is he? As he like looks past your shoulder.
The tall man, he might be here soon, so that's why I'm giving you a chance.
Okay.
But I just want to say thank you, and I don't need you to give me your entire family's like biography because that'll be grim as fuck. But can I know your wife's name? Because I didn't see her around. At least.
My wife. Why?
Yes.
Why do you wish to know?
Because at least I want to know hers. Because I promise you, I will avenge them. I will avenge all 14 of them. I did count, yeah. I think.
He's sort of like, you can see him like, at first you think he's laughing, but his head is like hung down and his shoulders are shaking and he's crying almost now. Sari.
What?
It's short for Ceres. My wife.
Joaquin, like, he like starts to tear up too. But he like brushes his eye.
My everything.
Okay, to be honest.
My sunrise. My sweet sunrise.
Joaquin was about to say something, but he just keeps listening.
You see now, like, Fletcher sort of holding his father as his father, like, buries his head into his chest. You know, I was,
Okay.
I was expecting to get laid today, not laid out, but...
Jesus fuck.
Fucking go! I mean, that's what you do, right? At the end of the day.
Here we are.
Lord of the Dawn. Jesus, Lord of the Dawn. Oh fuck. What?
I'm sorry, it's my coping mechanism.
Yeah. Okay. That turned me that turned me way down, like in every way possible, like for the next 4 years. Okay. I'm gonna say the spark notes, and to be honest, if you hear this, you might be a target, but I'm gonna say it to you anyway because there's something to prove here. Okay.
God.
A target? What do you mean?
You know the Red Hand? He's a big fucking Argentum. He's real. Argentum legend, but he's politically minded. Was controlling the Darling family. For most of them, probably. Maybe all. We'll see. And they were going to murder you with, cultists of Briar blood or whatever. Whatever the Briar guy's name is.
You sort of like, after uttering like that name, you see Now, Mr. Darling sort of stops shaking and he turns to you, and his face is a little stark. You know you're not supposed to speak for their names.
Well, fuck their names. Because at this point, there's something to prove here. If they're gonna come after you, they think you're weak. They think you can't help anyone. They think just all of your friends are going to die.
Well, we are weak. We didn't help anyone, and all of our friends did die.
Well, that's why you have to prove them wrong, sir.
With what? What do we have now? What do I have now?
You have your lives. You have your memories. You have your thoughts. You have your loves. Your hates. But here, now, you have a chance.
One of your allies told me to put my love in a jar and take it back with me. So
Well,
screw you, screw your little party, and screw whatever words of wisdom that you might have, and screw this red
yes.
hand.
Yes, keep saying that. At least you're fighting now. At least when you're angry, you have a damn chance, old man. I'm just trying to give you the option. I'm trying to let you know.
He gets on his horse, with his son behind him, turns to you, spits at your feet, and rides away.
Yeah, as he goes, he's just... Joaquin's gonna scream, I'm going to avenge Saris! Yo, family! I promise you! It's... Live! Fucking live and crawl out your damn... Fucking... Crawl out your damn grave. And he just, like, sort of... Like, pinches his nose and, like, wipes his fucking eye. Crawl out your damn grave. And he, like, just sort of walks back to the church.
I think you handled that pretty well, bro.
Ah! Jesus! Fuck you, really are a ninja.
For real. I don't know. I don't think telling them of his presence is that much of a good idea.
Well,
Or
fuck
having-
him and fuck them then.
Having
Because I'm
them-
tired of your fucking bullshit rules of legends and shit.
It's not the fact that it's a legend or that it's a rule, it's because he doesn't like being known about. Look, I'm not gonna judge you or anything that you do, but if anyone was watching, I just wanted it to seem like we weren't allied with them, so, you know, but whatever.
Why should we be allied with them? Could you tell me a reason there?
Because you guys are a target. Doesn't mean they have to be. They were just a family chosen to be caught in the crossfire of whatever Farian was planning.
If they end up dead by next morning, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
That proves they should have been buried in a grave, I guess.
yeah, well, look, if they end up dead, and he, like, leans into your ear, that's on you. And he pats you on the back, and as he walks, like, around the wall and where the carriages were parked, out of the exit, you, like, peek your head, and he's gone.
Joaquin's gonna just... He's not gonna turn to like, even look at him. But he's gonna say like... Wouldn't be the first time, fucking... Ninja boy. Whatever. Lord of the Dawn, fuck. And then Joaquin's just like... Joaquin's just gonna keep staring down the road where the Wrens are leaving.
I think this is the perfect time for Theron to burst the doors open, look around, see Joaquin, and start like briskly walking towards him.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab some food, so I won't be able to listen to this. So I'm gonna have so much fun watching the VOD. So I'll be right back.
That's like the perfect like timing for like Lockdown. It's weird.
What?
So he doesn't have his sword out anymore. It's back on his back. He's just walking towards you, and you see, usually his face is kind of like blank, but now you see he is angry. He's furious. He's walking towards you. What were you thinking?
I have nothing to really go off of whatever Silver Saint is for the most
Exactly.
Past the general, spooky Argentum shit.
Exactly. You don't know what they are, so you don't go throwing around the name.
Sure.
There's
But
a
I did
reason
already.
I don't go throwing around the name.
Okay.
Usually when I say it, I know that the people who know it will die. Now I don't know that no one who didn't die didn't hear it.
Joaquin hasn't even looked at you. He's just letting you talk, basically. But, yeah. Can you explain to me why the Silver Saints are important to begin with? So I can at least understand.
Because of people like the Red Hand.
Okay.
We fight the illicit brethren.
Illicit brethren? What's that mean?
That is the cult of the Red Hand.
Oh, right. Yeah. He just snaps and puts it together. Gotcha. Okay. Continue.
We fight the Briar of Blight.
Mm-hmm.
The Deathless King that they worship.
Mm-hmm.
We fight whatever goes bump in the night.
Okay.
And we don't go around announcing who we are. We work more publicly in Argentum. But there's a reason you hadn't heard of us before.
Yeah. So you just hunt monsters? Or, adjacent?
We hunt monsters to help people.
Okay. I think on some level, somewhere, we're giving the Red Hand too much power by calling him a monster and not a man. Even if he is, I saw him. That means it's possible to kill him, at the very least.
Things aren't that black and white. Just because you can see something doesn't mean it's mortal. Doesn't mean it works in the same way as you and I. We get cut, we bleed. Not everything does. But I will admit, I have seen some things that I didn't think were possible. I've seen people come back from things that I didn't know was possible. And he kind of looks back at the church where Bella is. So I'm not saying it's impossible. But I'm also not saying that we can do it. At least alone.
He goes over and turns to. He says okay. I'm not going to apologize because I didn't know it was important to begin with.
Why did you say it if you didn't think it was important?
Because, I don't know. I just assumed once we killed the bad people, it wouldn't matter much. But I didn't know they had a trap to begin with.
Everything matters. Every single little insignificant detail can matter.
Maybe. You hunt monsters, but I think there's worse things out there. Not saying that's, I'm not saying that that's not important. Hold on. But if you were ever in Eos and you fought there, maybe I would recognize you as important to begin with, but not yet, not now. But at the very least, I'm glad on some level one of your agents are here now to fight this.
Friar Greyhand's words echo into your mind, Theron, upon what Joaquin has said. The worst of monsters wear the skin of men. Trust nobody, little cub. Not even yourself.
Theron kind of looks down as he thinks of that, and Joaquin says that, and he just repeats, "The worst of monsters wears the skin of men." The term monsters is a broad one. Just because you don't think I'm important doesn't mean the work I do isn't important. I, as an individual, may not be, but what I stand for, what the people I'm with stand for, that is what's important.
Joaquin just looks at you, and he just smiles a bit, and then he like goes, and then he just actually like walks over a bit closer and like crosses his arms and just thinks for a second, and then looks up and says, "The whole thing about Eos is that tyrants fight tyrants over and over again. It's like a running theme, basically, if you look at history. So I've been through the entire, men are monsters speech before, and that's why I'm glad you at least recognize that." So, if you were Eosian, we probably would have fought together once or twice, or against each other. But enough about hypotheticals. I promise I will not go spouting Silver Saints ever again. For the most part, we'll see if it's beneficial, like actually.
Fine, I guess I'll take it.
Cool. Yeah. Let's go. And he just walks off.
Theron kind of stands there for a little bit, just
That
kind
went well.
holding his head in his hand, like. I think you're back on the words of the words he heard in his mind.
And with that, we're just going to take a quick break because I just want to eat my food, and then we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
I call you a Silver Saint monster hunter or just Theron?
Theron's fine.
Okay. This arm that I'm holding, Theron,
He just look at it like, oh god.
it's acting a little bit different than other Blighted blood cases I've seen. I know you've done a lot of work in Argentum, so have you seen anything like this before?
God?
Those that give their life to the briar suffer a fate worse than death. But they do so willingly, because they hope that one day when the deathless take back over this world, they will be granted salvation. And so their corpses are desecrated with this virulent disease, damning them to no afterlife whatsoever.
So he says that.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say that.
Oh, something like. Well, give me a second. When one gives his life willingly to the Briar of Blood, they doom themselves to a death without afterlife, in hopes that once the deathless kings come back, they can return with them. It's called a fate worse than death.
Is this something we should dispose of, or am I free to experiment with it a little bit?
Would Theron know if it's free to?
You should relatively
mess
fine
with.
as long as the blood doesn't actually enter your body.
Right.
Otherwise, it's tragic. But aside from that, you should be fine.
As long as you take the necessary precautions and the blood doesn't actually enter your own bloodstream or any orifice, you should be fine.
Okay. Last thing I have for you, because I can't make heads or tails of it. It's going to give you the piece of rotten wood from the treant.
Can Theron make heads or tails?
Give me a religion check
I will do my
with
best.
the advantage.
With advantage, please. 19.
You don't really. That's unfortunate. You don't really gather anything more than what Azoth already found out. It's rotting, but it seems to be this sort of like magical decay. It doesn't seem natural at all. But no, it's really hard to. You've definitely like. It's sort of the same rot that takes the bodies of the brethren that you have killed in the past, but you haven't really seen it like. Well, you have, but not frequently. But you have at least seen it affects other like actual inanimate objects around it.
Well, it resembles the same rot that takes over the brethren, but I haven't seen it in. I've only seen it in living people who die. All I know is it's definitely not a natural decay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep these things and try to poke around with them, see if I can find anything useful.
Theron says, like, with the talisman, if you plan to keep it, be careful with it. I don't like the feeling I get from it.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. And then as I would just walk.
Oh, I mean,
I'm just gonna walk to the cart. That's it.
Okay. Morgul. Europe. Are you going to have this Are you? As for the rest of the party, I assume you guys are going to be leaving.
I imagine so.
Okay, uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so traveling uphill, it's going to take an hour to get back. But
Okay.
in this downtime, Morgul, what are you? You're sitting on the cart, pulled by Leonard.
Showtime, baby. Okay, Bella's going to kind of brush her fingers over her, like, earring and just, you know, in her head, just say, Adula, are you there?
I'm always here, Bella.
At that, she kind of smiles and just, looks looks out in the distance for a minute before asking, have you always been here?
Ever since you were a child, you were in possession of me. I have watched you very closely.
I see. Bella, swallows and, kind of... I think the whole time she does keep her, fingers on the earring. What do you think of all this?
I am unsure. I have slain more people than you can ever imagine. But even this, it seems like such unnecessary violence. I believe that this tragedy could have been avoided.
You knew my father's pain, and you know of mine, I assume. Do you have your own pain?
I had. But now I am whole.
What made you whole?
Love, I suppose. Your father loved for the first time in his life. And in that, I couldn't have been any happier that he had finally found peace. I hope you will have that feeling one day.
I hope for that as well. Adula, why can't I remember them?
Because
I try so hard to think of their names and their faces to recall this love, but I just don't.
because you chose to forget, Bella. You chose. And you can hear her voice sort of fading as her charge is lessening for the day.
Wait, what do you mean I chose it?
You will remember them soon. I hope.
Oh, how do I do that?
And the light goes dull.
From an outside perspective, it might look a little strange. Like Bella just has her fingers by her by her jawline, brushing over her earring, and her expression gets slowly more displeased, but also at the same time much more confused. Why would
Well-
I choose that?
Oh. Iboku, one thing before Morgan does, the voice thing, Joaquin would talk to Morgan briefly. If I
Morrigan?
can do that.
or-
Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah. But Joaquin's basically just like tried to take point, and obviously we're all. I assume we might be all just on our way out now, but he's gonna at least saunter up to Morgan and start asking. So yeah. I assume one objective is over in your mysterious mission, whatever it is. Now we have to, get whatever this key is, correct?
None of my objectives have even been close to completed.
Fair.
What? It does look like that now that we're after the key.
Gotcha. And specifically on the objective,
Mhm.
your boss that you, from what I catch you, from what the spewing of Dexter's, blaverings, you have some sort of benefactor, yes?
First of all, he's not my boss. But yes,
Sure,
I suppose
sure.
benefactor could be used.
I'm going to ask this now so I don't have to worry about this later. Your boss is hunting the Red Hand, obviously. Is this... Can you tell me for sure that this isn't just another monster acting as a man situation?
Your boss is not hunting the Red Hand. You are.
Wait, what did you say, Yabuku?
Your boss is not hunting the Red Hand. You
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
She just wasn't gonna say that.
Just wanted to clear that up.
Mhm. Look, whatever his motivations are, they don't concern you. He's helping me out, should I need his aid. And since you all have been connected to me in some way, I suppose that help extends to you in the loosest forms.
Yeah.
But it won't. Once I get what I need, I'll be gone. And you guys won't have to deal with me, nor my benefactor, ever again. So
Yeah.
forgive me if I'm not willing to divulge much information on him.
Fair. We all have our secrets and whatnot.
Mm.
Just hopefully, if you have any more information, you're willing to tell it if it's pertinent to the situation. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of powerful, mysterious men and whatnot. It's a running thing from where I'm from. That you basically pick your side, you pick your tribe, you fight for said tribe, and then you die. While they live until their son kills them or some shit. Just to say an example. But yeah. But you obviously have some sort of goal here, which is why, to be honest, I don't trust you, but you're likely the most on-focused person here besides me and Baron. Now that I know his shit, basically.
Look, I don't expect you to trust me. I don't trust any of you as far as I could throw you. But the thing about me is that I'm mostly honest. I may withhold details at times, but I don't care to pretend to make any of you like me. I don't care to make you guys fall in love with the good parts of me. I don't care. You can hate me, you can wish me dead if you so please. I don't care. And I'm not going to pretend to be any of your friends. I'm using you to
Yeah.
get what I want, and when I get it, I'll be gone. Simple as.
Yeah. Not to down you play any more people. I've caused enough shit for people today. You probably have something altruistic going on, probably, at some level. You're out here hunting the red hand and your master isn't. There's words in actions.
God damn it, guys, I'll be right back. 1 second. My mom's calling me. Hold on, it's important.
Oh, Lord. Okay, Jesus. Fuck. Cut in a standstill.
Sound of pigeons.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Lord.
It's like a hidden like feat that Joaquin has to always find like the worst things to say to people. It's actually kind of admirable.
Yeah.
Can respect it. I can't
Okay,
wait to
I'm
see
back.
like the day where he like verbally fucks up so bad, but it ends up working.
Lord. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, what were you saying, Bohemian, before I had
Okay.
to dip quickly?
Back in and go. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Joaquin was basically gonna say like, yeah. At the very least, I trust you because you obviously want to, keep Bella alive, and I'm glad someone else wants that. Obviously, not saying the others don't. They're good people, but like, yeah, Gordon was my friend and all, and I have to do him a favor in the long run. and oh yeah, want to go? Or just,
The princess could be useful. She's naive and a little bit too good for her own. Well, good. But she can learn.
what Joaquin does is doesn't say anything to affirm you, but he's like aggressively nodding. And he says like, yeah, we probably have similarities in maybe how our bosses did act eventually, or some just enticing to work for them. Because like for me, I went out on on the warpath because we all said, oh, let's go free the slaves and whatnot, and we did a lot. We fought. Lots of good people joined, and lots of good people were freed. And it was just like, it was all fun until it wasn't. Until it was more than just, the beginning
You talk
goal.
too much.
I do, yes.
Look, all you need to know about me and my benefactor is that for now we're on your side. Well, I am. He does whatever the hell he wants, and I don't question it.
Who could?
The day that comes when I leave is the day that you'll never have to hear of me again. Unless you step foot in Argentum, then, well, you may hear a little bit of me in passing, but not like you'll recognize it.
Sure. Cool.
Is
Glad
that
to have
everything?
you. Sure, yeah. Talk to you later. Hopefully with, less secrets. Bye. He just realized you just want him gone, so he just saunters away.
Mm-hmm. And now I would like to use my little stone. This is not gonna go well.
What do you say into the stone?
All right. Are you around? I have a very important conversation to have with you.
You know, it's SYLRISE. It wouldn't hurt you to take a break every once in a while. You ever celebrated before in your life? You might like it.
I don't have time for that. The world won't stop for me to celebrate.
Of course it won't. It's only a national holiday.
And I almost just nearly got my ass handed to me by some fucking cult. So, you know, not a great holiday. But regardless, that's not what I'm here for. I have to ask you a question.
Which is?
Oh, this is kind of like I don't know how to ask this. Okay. Time on the stone may run out, so I do kindly ask that if it does, you just tap it in my head for just a little bit to hear me out, because I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I don't really know how to word this. Fuck. Okay. Would you be opposed to me fully devoting my service to you?
What are you implying?
I know that the way I work and the way you work typically aren't like, they don't clash very well together. I'm very loud and I kind of don't give a fuck about consequences. I want to work with you, under you, if that's what you decide. I don't care. Rather than the mysterious benefactor, whatever we are, kind of work relationship that we have going on.
What is it exactly that you want?
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know much about you. I know more than most, but not much. You're powerful. And I want just a smidge of something that can help me better with what I'm working towards, because this isn't working. I'm not doing it fast enough. Something needs to change.
So power. Is that what you want?
In the loosest form of explanation, yes. So scary.
Hear the stone go out.
Great. Oh, no, he's not.
You put it into your pocket. You close your eyes and just pinch the bridge of your nose, and your eyes don't open.
What?
You find yourself in a similar scene than where you dreamed of. You're at a beach. It's beautiful. The cerulean blue sea is glistening, reflecting the sun in the sky. The sand is warm, and the breeze is just very gentle. You see again, sort of to the right of you, staring out into the horizon, this black silhouette. Two only discernible things that you see are two dots of purple for eyes.
Is he saying anything?
Not right now.
Was all this really necessary? I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of traveling.
How you present yourself in these next few moments are going to be very, very detrimental to you. As you see the head turn very slowly, and you feel this like purple intensify, almost feeling like it's boring into your forehead.
What do you mean by that?
What exactly makes you believe yourself deserving of the power that I wield? Do you think that we are alike? Is that it? Or that you have some greater purpose befitting of someone of your talents? You think you're special because you're scrappy? I have met people with the same fragile ego and had more substance to back theirs up than you ever will. And do you wish to know where they are now? Dismembered in some ditch, or locked away rotting in what can only be described as the deepest depths of hell. And you feel now the sand underneath your feet darkening to black iron almost. The sky seems to be falling. You need only to survive, to avoid any of these things happening to you, and yet you constantly fail at even that. And you think that we are alike. Tell me, in any point in your life, had there ever been a time when you actually told the truth? Because you lie to yourself incessantly, and honestly, it's very fucking pathetic. And you see now, the silhouette is walking towards you, and with every step that he takes, chunks of the world seems to be falling into oblivion as whatever illusion that this is seems to be falling and cracking at the seams.
She's, despite everything that he's throwing at her and the insults and, like, the terrifying surroundings, she's kind of chuckling to herself. She seems to have descended almost into, like, her full-blown madness state. No. I don't think we're alike. Not in the slightest. It wasn't my intention for it to come off as, and quite frankly...
Do you want to know the difference between you and I? The difference between you and I is that we both looked into the abyss. But when I looked back at us, you blinked. You and your weak, feeble mind couldn't handle a fraction of what you couldn't understand. You succumbed to fear, and while a cornered beast would fight until the death, you rolled over like a useless fucking sow. Fear is the mind killer. You have no will to do anything but seek vengeance, and you think that is brave. A child that plays with fire is brave. It's not. It's idiotic. Do you think that killing Farian will save your family? Have you ever even thought of them after Arkham? Have you ever stopped to consider that you could have been fighting for someone, anything else but your fucking self? You have no idea the things a simple mind can do to protect itself when placed under unfathomable stress and panic. But I do. When a castle is being...
No, I never had anything to fight for other than myself, other than you. Because when I tried, you know what happened to me when I tried.
You feel now, even though it's a dark silhouette, you feel his hands cup your face. And while you expect nothingness, you feel something solid. You feel cold hands. Thin. Almost malnourished in a way. They wrap around your face almost gently, wiping whatever tears seem to be accumulating in your eyes.
As he does that, she kind of like not relent in a way, but her head would kind of just dip a little. I'm trying my best. I've never had anything other than the rage that I just can't let it go. I've tried, and I'm still trying, but I want to be free again.
You see, you're now both being suspended in darkness. There's nothing, no sight of anything. The silhouette seems to have almost blended in completely with your surroundings. There's not really a sign of anything. You feel you see that you are alone, but you don't feel alone. You can feel his chest with your head resting against it as you feel his arms sort of embrace you slightly.
Is he still being silent?
He is silent for the time being.
With the embrace, she would kind of just break down into tears. I didn't mean to offend if that's what I did. I want to be better than what I am. I want to strive to be better. And I don't know where to go from here. You're the only guidance that I've had in these long years, and I don't know where to go.
When a castle is being sieged and the rumbling brings its denizens to their knees, what do? They build higher walls. When the mind is being mired in torment and struggle, what does it do? It builds walls. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tear each one of your walls down, brick by brick. I'm going to show you just how weak, worthless, and insignificant you truly are. You think I'm here to help you, that I'm seeking camaraderie. You're nothing but a shit first draft. And if somehow you find yourself sane and retaining the ability to speak after this, I'll consider it Morrigan. And you feel his form vanish, and you feel yourself falling. Falling. And you land, and you blink, and you see yourself in a dark mine. You're wearing rags, barely could even be considered as clothing. In your hands, there's a pickaxe. And suddenly, your ears are racked by the sounds of iron hitting stone over and over and over. You hear the sounds of people screaming in pain as the crack of whips pierce through the air. You look down and you're young, much younger.
No!
You look up and you see the Templars with leather cudgels and chains and whips walking towards you. You feel someone grab your arm, and when you try to react, you realize that this is not some sort of illusion. This is a memory.
Oh no!
You feel the leather tear against your rags, split your skin. You feel blood soaking your clothes, and then suddenly you're falling again. You fall until you now find yourself in a lab. You're working on something.
He's really just saying it all, huh?
Some sort of truth extrapolator. A serum of some kind. Behind you, you hear the tap of leather shoes that you recognize all too well in your life. You feel a hand on your shoulder. You're doing very well, witch. There was a reason that I pulled you from the slums. You feel his hand grab your chin. Perhaps we can continue this elsewhere. And you're falling again. You're walking now. You're wearing fancier clothes. It's hard to discern where you are, but you remember this to be one of the abandoned streets of Ogum. You look at people clamoring towards you on their hands and knees, begging for salvation, but you ignore them. You step over them. You step past them sometimes. You even step on the hands of some children that are begging you for help. They are beneath you. You hear this voice in your head. You realize that some of these memories, the worst of them, have been locked very tightly behind a door that you had kept shut, that your mind had created to protect itself. Only a few things ever triggering your insanity. But you can feel this gravitic force in your mind, almost crushing your brain, breaking down every defense mechanism that you had ever created for yourself. You fall again. You find yourself on a bed.
Oh no.
Cheap linen. Dark, unlit room. You look down, and your horrors have been affirmed. You are vulnerable, unclothed. The man that had been with you in the lab is standing at the door, about to exit. That was interesting. But I believe there's more people for you to entertain. And he leaves, and you hear the sound of talking behind the door, and suddenly you're falling again. Falling into this pit of insanity. You now find yourself in a dark cellar. A child strapped to a chair, begging you, telling you that she doesn't know where she doesn't know what you're talking about. She has no idea of any gold that had been stolen. This child, she was a mine worker, just like you were. You reach down, and you don't hear yourself speak, but you see your hand reach and wrench her finger in an unnatural angle as she screams in agony. And you're falling again. Now, you find yourself in a memory that is not yours. You look at your skin, it is gray, charcoal gray. You're wearing some sort of medical smock. As you look down, tassels of silver hair fall on either side of your head, long past your shoulders. You look to be very young, 10 at the most. You examine your surroundings. You're in a cell, a stone cell, bars separating you from this hallway. It's strange. Something about this feels wrong to you. You hear the distant sound of a piano, and as you walk towards the bars, you hear the sound of footsteps approaching. These footsteps drive fear into your mind. Worse fear than you had ever felt in your life. You feel your feelings merge with whatever person this is, as a figure appears on the right-hand side of the cell, across the bars. They're tall, wearing a pristine white lab jacket. Short cropped white hair, human. These scars running down one of his eye. Glasses. He looks old, jaded. How do you like your new accommodation, 1S? Interesting, is it not? I thought this would be more befitting of you now. I really did try the happy father approach, but I cannot make do with my subjects. Fear not. We're going to be doing a lot more activities now that you're here, 1S. A lot more. You feel your body shake and you're falling again. You open your eyes and you feel yourself strapped to a table. This man, a metal plate, rectangular in his hands, and what can only be described as some almost bestial magical power drill, planting the plate on your hand, and he begins screwing. The whirl of the drill, it's the most excruciating pain that you have ever felt in your life. These bolts and screws piercing your bones, crushing them. You feel these wires at the back of the plate snake up into these cuts, running through your nerve endings, running through each of your veins, tearing your muscles. And you black out, and you open your eyes, and you're back on the card. Morrigan, until you take a long rest, you are under the effects of feeble mind. But you do get your warlock level.
Dude,
Feeble
so-
Evil mind.
You're
that
fucked.
was. Oh my god.
Oh my god! So I gained my warlock level.
You gain your warlock level.
Oh my god! I've never been so stressed out.
That was.
Yeah, this is
So-
definitely worth it,
Wow.
huh?
Was the last spell? Was it his memories?
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so I didn't recognize the
Jesus.
person.
You didn't recognize anyone in those last few.
Oh my god!
So her intelligence and charisma is like 1 right now, right?
And you can't even fucking speak
And
or
you
can't
understand.
speak.
Your intelligence and charisma become 1. You can't cast spells. You can identify your friends. You can follow them. You can protect them if you wish, but you cannot speak either.
How about if she doesn't have any friends? Because
You can identify people. You
Talk about
feel
mindfuck.
your
It's just-
brain seems to have been torn apart almost and just lazily put back together. Every part of your body aches. Anyone that was watching saw Morrigan pass out, blood come from her eyes and nose, her mouth frothing as she was like
Yeah.
almost having the
It-
worst seizure imaginable.
Is it possible that she would have been screaming too before like it actually like fully took effect?
Probably.
Because yeah, that was fucking painful. Like, yeah, she. Oh god. Whew, yeah. Yeah. So she's probably Is she knocked out right now? Like, do they have to wake her up, or is she
No,
like up but
you're
fucked?
up, but you're
Okay.
you try to speak, but your mind doesn't comply with you.
Okay. And is she still able to like? Obviously, she can't speak, but like, her emotions, like she can express herself in
Yeah.
a physical way of like they can see
Like-
the
like
emotions
how,
running through her face.
Like how like a deaf person would like try to convey their emotions. Like you can.
Yeah. Okay.
You probably like you can cry. You can like cast your arms out. You can sob.
Okay. She would have just like straight up passed out on the ground, right? Like there wasn't really much else she could have done because she was pulled into that impromptu.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Oh, fuck. When she opened her eyes, she wouldn't have even tried to get up. She would have just laid there, like
Oh, jeez.
sobbing and like fucking shaking.
Yeah.
All of your memories now, the brutal torture, the vile treatment, the defilement, is no longer locked to you. You can vividly remember all of it. But in knowing all of this, there is security. Nothing seems unknown to you anymore. For the first time in a long time, you seem to be feeling the most emotion that you ever had. And while you might have some niches to figure out, you seem more in control of yourself than you ever had. Like, not right now because you can't speak, but
Yeah.
mentally, physically, you're kind of fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine Joaquin literally was like walked away like a minute ago and like hears the scream and turns around and say like, "Oh shit! Oh fuck!" and like fucking just turns around and like tries to like catch you before you fall. Oh fuck! And he's like, "Oh jeez! Oh fuck!" And he doesn't really know the shit, but she's like bleeding from her nose or something, right?
And her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the blood black? He's like checking if there's
No,
worms.
It's red.
Okay. Azov. Be useful, please.
Azoth will rush over.
Oh fuck.
What happened? What did you do?
What Joaquin like he was like just looking at you and then you just see him like actually have like a bone chill, like realize like, oh no, did I fuck up again? And he's like, Morgan's he like waves your hand from your face, like looking at you, trying to see if you recognize he's there.
Yeah, I see you.
Not you, Morgan.
She would kind of blink and like you'd see like her eyes like follow your hand. They're very delayed. Like you wave your hand and like a good second and a half after her eyes would follow it. Like her brain is lagging hardcore, but she does kind of acknowledge that you exist.
I believe we in the freedom fighter business calls this shell shock, as of, or something worse. I've seen worse. But something mentally is fucking up. Probably. because this is something new that isn't. It just happened, I guess. We'll do something.
Before like Azat speaks, while I said you are under the effects of feeble mind, this is not a magical effect. Your mind has literally been melted, so this is the closest thing that I could.
Oh my
I
god,
can,
she has a leaky brain.
I can discern it as.
So
Yeah.
nothing's changed.
True.
Can I give her a once over, see if she's in danger?
She doesn't seem to be in any immediate danger. This seizures seem to have stopped. This doesn't seem like a case of epilepsy, but whatever happened to her has left her brain dead for a little bit.
Oh.
She's still bleeding.
No, not anymore. Morgul, even doing so, you don't really find anything.
Yeah, because Bella's just kind of looking over her, a little worried, just sort of freaked out.
Yeah, like identify, detect magic. You don't really pick up anything.
Because I mean, what's the scariest part about this is Moore hasn't gone down at the party. She hasn't really even shown much weakness at all, and now she's fucking passed out, and like her brain is just fucked.
One thing what Keen's basically doing, he the first time you see him, he like opens a duffel bag and sorts through like a whole bunch of fucking like just like different like cloth bands, and he like pulls one out like a reddish pinkish one specifically, and he sort of just like wipes the blood off. That's the best he can really do right now, and he sort of just tries to like prop you back onto the cart as soon as possible after that. You're gonna be fine, I think. They normally snap out of it in like a week or so.
I can't understand them, right? Because my intelligence is a 1.
No, you have no fucking clue what they're saying.
Yeah.
Your intelligence is a 1. Creatures with 4 intelligence don't even know what's happening.
Right. That's why I was asking. I can't understand them.
You are like fucked.
Yeah.
You are gone.
She only has animal instincts.
This is the best high of your life.
Yeah.
It's the worst come down of your life, actually.
Yeah.
The best high of your life was reliving all of your past trauma.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of
Jesus.
Skedaddle.
Fuck. Now when Keen's like actually has his hands in his hair, like, what the fuck did I do?
What did you do to her?
I don't know. Did I trigger something?
Did you say something to her?
I said.
I love how they're all blaming this on Joaquin because he was the last person to talk to her.
Even Joaquin's blaming Joaquin.
Yeah.
He just starts going over like he like starts whispering all the keywords like I saw like 15 feet away, so Morrigan doesn't hear any of this, or maybe does, I don't know, and just says like I said warbands, slaves, fucking bosses, masters, tyrants. What the fuck did I say? What the fuck did I say? No.
Whatever you did, couldn't you have done that earlier to the treant when they were like in danger?
What even, Smalls? What even?
Let's just get her back to the inn, have her rest, I'll keep an eye on her.
Fuck. Okay, let's go. Let's hurry. Double time.
Okay. So,
As wait, would Bella have been beside her?
were you
Yes.
walking or were you on the cart? Because I know Bella was on the cart.
Yeah, I was walking, but I heard like that Bella had like come up or something. So I was walking, so I passed out straight like
Yeah.
almost
So
on the
you
ground.
guys actually had to stop for about 10 minutes to make sure that she's okay. Or just put her on the cart first and then then start examining her. What were you gonna say, Tori?
Because if Bella was near her, Moore would have like kind of just idly like reached out a hand to grab Bella's arm.
Bella Bella like looks like really concerned, but like does like kind of bring her hand over yours, and kind of pats it in a attempt to be comforting.
Yeah, Moore would give a very slight, like a very slight tug, but like not obviously. There's no strength behind it. She's fucked. It's like a don't leave kind of thing, and then her eyes would kind of just slowly close.
Guess
Bella,
she didn't
like-
need friends in the end.
The real power was the friends we made along the way.
Dexter laughing his ass off right now.
Mhm.
Is he still with us? Oh, that's awkward.
No, he's gone.
No,
but
he
he's,
left.
he's laughing
Okay,
his ass
good.
off right now.
I mean, I feel like he would have known this was coming.
I mean, honestly, you should have consulted him because he would be like, I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to do that. I
It
don't
would have
think you wanna
been
do that.
funny.
I don't
No,
think
you
you
know
wanna
what?
do that.
I'm happy. Oops. Ignore what I just did.
I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to do that.
No, I'm happy with how it turned out, despite the what the fuck I just had to go through.
Oh yeah. I was planning that one for a little bit.
Yeah, remember when I said that he was evil and you were laughing? You're like, he's not evil. Yeah, uh-huh.
He's not evil.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Whatever.
No, it's okay. I fully prepared for him to be evil. So, like,
okay.
low-key, the fact that I'm not, like, dead or permanently fucked right now means that I'm happy.
Yeah, well.
Or at least not to my knowledge.
As far as you know, yeah.
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
You're just a bad judge of character. What can I say?
Okay, well, okay, let's go. Let's get to resting.
Sorry,
Let's hurry
it's
up.
only he's been helping me for like fucking 5 years.
Moving on.
Moving on. Let's go.
Sorry, you know, crazy how it's a horrible judge of character.
We'll start.
Yeah,
We'll
he's
start,
Yeah,
we'll start insulting your bad decisions when you can understand us. Now let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're talking and thinking a lot for having 1 intelligence right now.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
Tori's happy. Moore's terrified.
Okay.
Yeah, so about an hour from here, you guys eventually make it back to Mondstadt without any big hitch. You make it closer to the city. You make it towards the city close enough that you sort of blend in with some of the lesser oncoming traffic. Because you do see some guards on their horses rushing back the way that you guys had came from. Seeing all of this, you sort of cover up the back of the cart with the tarp just to avoid less suspicion and continue back on into the city. The snow gets relatively thinner as you get to more frequently used roads, but
Or I'm just testing out, make sure I put that in correctly.
you make your way back towards the Elmer Sanctuary. The streets are still quiet. People are still spending time with their families. It's only still around 11, 12. Probably reaching just around half 12 now, actually. You make it back in, you make it outside first. Is everyone else going to be heading in?
Yeah. What Wakeen literally is like, top priority is to get Morrigan like in a bed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Don't start with me right now.
Oh, I
Shimmy.
see. When she has
I
1
see.
intelligence.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Every frat boy ever.
Oh my
All
god.
girl,
No.
every boy, dude. All the same.
Even when I try to be fucking good for once, I'm always getting harped on for jack shit. Lord.
Okay. So everyone's heading inside. Who's going to be carrying the dead weight?
I'll
Dead woman.
volunteer.
You mean
Wait.
the arm or?
Wait, I would just piggyback Morgan upstairs.
Okay.
and then just
Okay.
fucking wonder what the fuck happened.
It's hard for you to really the movement is confusing more. It's like your brain can't like perceive it properly. You know that something is happening, but all you just see is like you feel yourself get lifted up and like the world rush by you a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though he's going extremely slow, it feels like you're going like 120 miles per hour.
Yeah. What Kane's busy saying "Blessed be the dawn" over and over again, but it probably sounds like fucking Peanuts comic speak, like a fucking Peanuts adult. To
He's
Morgan.
like everyone to you right now sounds like Animal Crossing characters.
Yeah.
Canon. They sound like it. Okay, you know what? I can live with that. Animal Crossing characters.
Alright.
Meow 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 meow.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, so you find yourself being put back into a relatively warm bed. The sort of like this miniature fire, the stove places in each room has been lit, so it's a lot warmer than the outside. But yeah, it's
So yeah, crazy question. Who's in the room with me?
I guess I would be up
Joaquin,
there.
and it's Bella's room, so I'm assuming she's there as well.
Yeah, Bella will follow.
And I'm in control of myself, right? Like I can still like, make attacks, use my items.
You can move. You cannot use magical items because apparently that requires intelligence. You can move. You can shoot your gun, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, am I aware that I can't do these things? Because I do have a 1 intelligence. Like, am I aware that I can't fire any spells?
I mean, to be fair, I doubt that I doubt that you even are aware of what the gun does. So I'm just going to say that if you ever do plan on making an attack, you're going to have to make an unarmed attack for the rest of the day.
Because I was gonna say that she was gonna like, if she knew what a gun was, she was gonna like, because she can't speak, so she was gonna try to like motion for Joaquin to get out. So like,
you can make the shoe gesture with your hand, I guess.
Yeah. So probably once like she's like actually in bed, the moment she like touches the bed, she fucking scrambles away from you and like almost like kicks at you. Not enough to actually like hurt, just enough to like move you away.
I can't go. Fuck. Jesus.
And she would like scramble back against like as far away as she can while still being on the bed, and she would just curl up on herself.
Fuck. Oh no. Jesus. God. Lord of the Dawn. Fuck. Okay. Okay. What did I do?
Well,
Yeah, actually, from Joaquin's perspective, he thinks that he's caused this. So
And if Bella's like looking at Moore's gaze would turn to her, and she would look pleading, like she looks like please, and then like her gaze is like frantically switching between Joaquin and Bella, and occasionally it goes a little bit like she misses the mark of where she's trying to look occasionally.
Bella like kind of like lets out a breath, and she turns to Joaquin and she's like, I don't know, something happened, but let me make sure she's okay, and maybe you can check up on everybody after the fight. I'm pretty sure Theron and yourself as well need attention. And yeah, I can't even imagine what Adrian's gone through, so
Yeah.
could you check on everybody for me?
Yeah. I'll check in here later. I'll do that. And Joaquin's like actively like fucking. He's like, he said he's like a second away from gaining whatever the fuck Morrigan has right now, just by like thinking about what the fuck is going on. And he just like, he says like, I have stuff to say to you later, but this is obviously Morgan needs a nanny now, I guess. Fuck. He just like fucking like limps away because he's got a fucking cracked ankle now. Jeez.
He's not strong at all. Like especially in the state, she would have kicked you. You would have been fine. It's like a.
It's like getting hit
It's
by
like
a
when your
pool
friend.
noodle.
Yeah, it's like when your
Yeah.
friend playfully kicks at you because you're tickling them, and they like you move out of the way to not get
Ooh.
kicked, but like you don't actually get hurt.
Fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Actually, that kick can hurt.
Lord,
If
like,
someone tickles me, I'm full dent punching them. You know,
Yeah.
like
Her strength is also a negative too. Keep that in mind. She's not strong
Oh.
to begin with, let alone.
She hits you and you heal 2 points.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, oh yeah, keep going. All right, this is fun.
Yeah, she's not strong to begin with, and she also can't really coordinate any attacks.
Oh,
Can't
boy.
coordinate. Period.
It's true. True.
She can't
It's
call.
like a
let's-
toddler.
Oh my god. Alright.
If Joaquin would have left the room, Moore's eyes kind of would have just slowly shifted to Bella, and even before Bella, like when you shared a room with her before, she always seemed to be on her guard. But now she kind of just dropped her head to like rest on her knees, and her shoulders started to shake violently, like crying.
Before Joaquin would have left, Bella would have told him I'll meet with you later. I'm going to make sure this isn't detrimental or fatal.
No way, detrimental? She can't speak? She can't understand you? No way?
yeah.
I will meet you later. I'm also worried about the rest of the party's welfare as well.
Yeah. I back before this, I was paddling around on the boats and things. I was the quartermaster after all. I'm good at hearing people's shit at least.
Sounds like
And
they're all
then
in good hands then.
he double thumbs up, and then he Axel like poking his fucking eyes out with both his thumbs and walks away.
Bella, she gives him this big grin, but does go to she gets a little closer to Morrigan, and I think is really concerned when it looks like she starts crying. Do I need to roll to see if she's crying or?
No,
I think it's pretty
o-
fucking obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious. She can't hide anything. She's and you'd probably be able to hear I can't speak, but she can still sob, right? She just can't make any coherent speech.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so she's sobbing.
Oh.
Well, they're doing that, and I'm down with the boys. I'm just gonna ask in the round. So, what's the fucking room situation? Since I've never been here.
Azov has a room. I have a
Theron
room.
has a room.
Is there another solo room that I can get?
You can buy one.
Maybe if there's
probably.
enough.
Do you want to go ask?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you make your way over towards the front of the bar, and you see this burly little rotund dwarven male, this really frizzy ginger, almost afro in a way. He looks at you. He looks really tired, but he's he seems to be doing fine. He looks in a pretty merry mood.
All right, Carrot Top.
Alright, what can I do for ya?
Sup, I need a
yes.
room.
Merry SYLRISE. Alright, let me have a look here.
And he flicks through a little ledger that he has.
Sorry mate, seems we're all booked out.
I want to point out Theron stayed downstairs and is currently watching this exchange. He's sitting on at a table.
Joaquin is literally sitting across, right next to Darren, going brain dead.
I just sigh, and I'll take an ale then.
Alright, well, first drink's always on the house.
Thank you.
He pours one out.
You look like you've been through hell, mate.
Oh, that's far from true. I've been through hell and probably the other 8 layers too. Thanks though. I grabbed the ale and I'm gonna go sit down.
It's very it's very strong, but it's good. It has a very like aftertaste. It has a very like beautiful and like almost savory aftertaste of like cinnamon and like pumpkin. Both very very well known SYLRISE flavors. It is not just refreshing, but it warms you up as well. But yeah, actually drinking this, you gain
1 point of exhaustion.
14 temporary hit points.
Oh shit.
Lord.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a bunch of those into battle.
17 more for filling.
SYLRISE brew.
17 more.
Another.
This is great. Another.
SYLRISE brew. On the first drink's always on the house on SYLRISE.
Silver.
Thank you.
No problem. So what is everyone talking about down here?
Like Keen's basically just like waiting for anyone else to say some. He has something to say, but he's waiting for someone else to say some first.
As Adrian goes to sit down, Thera looks at him and goes, "Get a room."
Seems like they're booked out.
If you want, you can share a room with me. I don't sleep much.
That would be great. I haven't shared a bed in some days.
All right.
Okay.
And he turns to Joaquin. You all right over there?
Joaquin's just like dead stare with his one eye, but it's like he's
Has his head in his hands.
Yeah. And then Joaquin like looks up and says, "Okay, stay focused. Okay, Morgan's gonna sleep this off. Easy. Morgan's got more to say, but didn't want to say it yet. So when Morgan is ready to spill the beans, we act accordingly."
I'm gonna interrupt his mumbling and say, Joa, with all due respect, but I'm pretty sure you're not powerful enough to do that to Mrs. High Horse. I'm pretty sure it was something else. I respect your magic, but I think whatever happened to her, some I don't know, something else.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Adrian over here.
Okay. He like calms himself. But we okay, first we rest, obviously. Second, we figure out where the hell Fergus is. I think this is the name. We find the fucking key. We keep the key away from the Red Hand. And then I don't know. I guess maybe if he comes after us, we prepare for that, I guess.
Okim, I think we've been through hell for the last days. I think we should just fucking rest and talk about something else for a while.
Okay.
Just take a drink and shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Toxic.
Yeah, fine. But Joaquin just basically like is gonna like fucking like grab your hands the fucking beer and then chuck it, sit down, whatever this brew is, if you can get one real quick.
Sure.
See, much better.
Dwarven man sort of pours one out for you, slides one across the counter.
And he drinks it and puts the cup back down, walks back to his chair.
You gain 15 temporary hit points.
Hey.
Okay. And then when Joaquin sits down, and fucking prepares to just sits down. Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Adrian, what happened to you?
Well, she treated me with respect at first. And we had a talk about backstories, I guess. Whatever happened in the past. And then he tried to get information out of me, but I didn't spill for reasons. And then he tied me up to a cellar of 18 gallons of explosives.
That was under the church.
Yep. And then I escaped and killed some people, and then I met you guys.
The man who took you was there. Red Hand.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yongjing, as you're sitting there, the dwarf will also slide you a nail. And just give you a polite little wink.
Slay. She's going to wait for them to go and then look around. And if no one's looking at her, she's just gonna down the shit.
You gain 18 temporary hit points.
Hey.
Yes, we should always just like fucking chug one of these in front of combat.
Honestly.
It's like, okay, cheers.
Fortunately, these are only sold during SYLRISE. Could have had one before you left, but
Yeah, what Keen basically just like watches the dwarf go away, says like, dwarfs like tall girls, I guess. And he shrugs.
Theron doesn't acknowledge this comment.
It is incredibly tasty. It reminds you of home almost.
What, tall girls?
Yeah. Especially
I mean, Europe.
Europe, yeah, I was gonna say. We Nordic boys know what you're talking about.
When they push me over on my bike and laugh at me and call me names in school.
Oh, for real? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This explains a lot about you guys' culture.
Right. Well, okay. We not doing mission stuff anymore. We saving that till tomorrow. What we talking about? Just do we need
Please.
small talking? Okay. Okay. So I guess let's go around the table and say something about us. We wanted to play that game, I guess.
As soon as he says that, I raise my hand and order another ale.
And
A game? What are you talking about?
Well,
I don't know.
since you look like shit on the happiest day of the year, I'll give you this other one for free as well. But that's it.
Theron looks at the dwarf. Could I get one as well?
2 silver.
That's fine. That's fine.
You don't look like shit enough.
Lord,
He hands the dwarf 2 silver.
Hey, cheers.
He swallows it.
Sister.
Okay, maybe not that. So let's analyze.
Already my favorite tavern here.
Theron just wants to make sure and chugs it.
A while before you guys talk, Azoth, what are you doing?
What? I am in my room, door closed, jacket off, gloves on,
Hands
scarf
off.
around his face, and he is fucking around with the arm and the rotten piece of wood.
Okay. I will kidnap you for a second. So, here's what's gonna happen. There are a few things that you can do with this. If you're looking to craft, you might possibly be able to weaponize some of the briar blood. For the tree, hard to tell.
I could just take time studying the tree more, trying to understand it.
Okay. Well, give me another religion check.
Okay. Oh yeah, 7.
Okay. Later on, after the after some more commotion will happen, I will give you another chance to make another religion check. While you are sort of examining it, you sort of feel it like move underneath your fingers, slightly.
The wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is all that you find out for now.
Start so.
I didn't realize my fucking Morgan was just doing a Jaji babysitting simulator right now. What is this?
Yeah, totally said she had to leave for a bit, and if she's not lucky, it'll be about 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, we're back down at the main tavern, so what is everybody doing?
Okay.
Theron just chugs the ale.
Yes, same.
Just knowing, like...
Okay, so both of you took the ale. Adrian, you now have 4 temporary hit points.
Oof.
They don't stack though, right?
Yeah,
Usually.
That's why you only have 4.
Once you take one, once you drink another one, it changes. And Theron, you have 5.
Ooh.
Well, okay, what Keen's basically just gonna say, like, okay, you're from Argentum. I'm from Eos. He's probably from Ipshire. And where are you from, Yunxing? Yunxing. Fuck. He like slaps head on table.
It's okay. I'm actually from the Feywild.
Oh,
Interesting.
Feywild.
that explains the plant talking. Pretty much.
There are plenty of people outside the Feywild that talk to plants.
I can also talk to plants, but I think I'm really just going crazy when it happens.
Sounds like a you problem.
Common Yongjing W.
Oh.
Let's go.
Holy shit. He's already dead. Why are you spitting on him on the floor?
Jeez. Holy fucking shit, you killed him, dude.
Based
You killed him.
based and true.
Joa, if I may ask, how are you guessing that I'm coming from Ipshire?
A lot of elves from Ipshire. That much I know.
Theron looks at the table and says, I'm of elven descent.
Yeah, but you're pale. That's probably like a Silver Saint thing.
He kind of like subtly nods.
Takes another sip.
Yeah, exactly.
Joel, pardon me again. Don't you think that comment was a little, colorist, if I may say?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I
That's a-
don't know, a little
I will
racially
say this, that-
motivated.
That racism is a very human thing. I'll say
Feature.
that much. Yeah.
When you get when you pick a human as your race, you get the racist feed.
Yeah. I will say I apologize. I just know when I went, it wasn't always in EOS. I did after Gordon really got me out of a rut basically, and then after we parted ways, I went to Blackhull and went pirating, and like good pirating for the most part. Went around places, met cool people, worked as a black powder manager and quartermaster, blah blah blah.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
see.
So I definitely met a couple elves up there.
I have to say I am from Blackhall, but I think my skin color has to do with me being a sailor for a while.
That's right.
Oh, yikes.
You aren't wrong about pale being Silver Saint thing.
Yeah.
All Silver Saints are pale. Definitely.
Really? Damn.
You ever tried tanning? I'm
He
just
tries to
asking.
look at you. What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I was just asking if it works for you, or if that's like a silver same thing that it doesn't work.
No, it wouldn't work.
You sure? We could go to like EOS and like pal around there.
Another silver same thing. Not a fan of the sun.
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah. My as Joaquin Sudaj Sosalta, I am literally sun blessed. At least that's what the family lineage call it. But it's that's a cool way to angle it. Is it just like a byproduct of like something magical or whatnot? I guess.
In a way.
Yeah. Fair.
I'm not the biggest fan of the sun either, but I think since it's always accompanied by the seas, I've gotten kind of used to it. I do prefer the shadows though. It's I don't know, big crowds aren't my thing.
Yeah. If we go deeper into this shadow comments, I literally, my few magical tricks are all shadow themed, but I always just assumed that Sosaltas cast big shadows or whatever's on my mom's side.
So what is this game you want to play with us?
Okay, we're already starting it basically. It was just say stuff, but I guess we just ask and shit. I guess quick question to you, Adrian. It's like a while ago. I think you've tempered a bit on this, but you were just surprised when Bella cast magic and whatnot, and you said the witch comment.
While this is going on, can Bella come down and join everybody downstairs?
Sure. Has Morgan fallen asleep, or is she fine with being home?
Yeah. Tori said that.
Oh right,
she
yeah,
passed out.
I forgot it. My bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of magic. I think it's very powerful, and in the wrong hands, it can mean a lot of harm.
Yeah.
I guess I force myself to say this, but I guess I'm a bit jealous. I can't use any.
Yeah.
My mother was pretty good at magic, but I never learned to do it. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I told Bella this earlier last night, but I never always had magic. I was quite the same perspective as you until I got it when I crawled out of my grave. Yeah.
When you what?
Yeah. Crawled out of my grave while I was being buried.
I see.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm also trying to figure out if it's like an easy mode if you're like in a coffin and then they bury you and then you have to crawl out, or is it like hard mode when you're just buried on the dirt on top? Well, sand and dirt specifically.
She says it very casually.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was dark, but then I woke up from my coma and then I swam back up. It was crazy, man. And then I got magic.
I see.
I asked what was the reason for you being buried? You were killed, or they thought you were dead, or
yeah, they would assume I died. They saw a guy with like his eye gone, and just unconscious in a coma. They just add me on top of the pile, and to save me for later.
how did you lose your ice order?
He like dead stares again.
For your previous question, Bohem, about this issue, yes, it happened.
Yeah. He starts gagging a quick second.
I'm sorry, you wanted to play this game. Just remind
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Could I
Um,
expect questions like this if you're playing
Okay.
this game?
Okay. Here we go. He like waves down a like a waiter or something, and he says like, "Do you have like a fruit?" He says to like a waiter somewhere. "Can
What
I have,
kind?
like
What kind of fruit are you talking about?
like an apple or something? Just something like
Apple? Yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
he goes like behind. He goes like behind. He gets like behind the kitchen for a second, and it's about like 3 minutes until he comes back with an apple, and that suspiciously has like a few marks of like what you can only discern as like pig's teeth
Yeah.
on it, and he hands it to you. I might
Yeah.
need that back if I can't find any more.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Joaquin takes it. That is fucking perfect, actually, because Joaquin basically does this, and he like takes out like a dagger and like pokes like 2 eye holes in it, and like puts a smile in there. And
Oh, that's kind of that's kind of
Dodges, yeah,
nice.
misses. And then he specifically puts like on the the pig mark bite, like one eye in the middle of it, and then he says like, "You see this, yeah?" And he like sees it so everyone can see, and then
Nodding.
basically like takes like the dagger and like chucks off like the entire part of the pig's bite, and then like flicks it across the room. Or more accurately, it was ingested.
Right.
But it wasn't a pig. It was a man.
Like a cannibalism? Cannibalism, sorry.
Quite so, yes.
While this is all happening, Bella kind of like comes down the stairs and makes her way to the table.
Oh, hey, Bella.
Can I? Are there any other people downstairs except us and the dwarf?
There's just you and the dwarf. Everyone seems to be gone out for the festival, but he you don't know how much you trust him, but he seems rather clueless, and as Joaquin sort of desecrated the apple, you can see his face like fall slightly. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can figure out if it looks like he's eavesdropping or anything.
Yeah, no, he was like eavesdropping for like this part until he like sees Joaquin like cut a piece of the apple off until he's like, "Oh," and he like has to slouch back around looking for another apple around the kitchen. So right now he's gone.
Okay.
But yeah, I got my eye bitten out.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thankfully, I had my eye open when it happened, so I kept my eyelid. Most of it. I need to check that again.
Do you ever think about getting like a replacement? I've seen some sailors have like a glass eye.
Yeah, eventually. It's just you know the way it's mocked. You know, it was actually like 2 bites, like one just to like test it, and one that was like slurped it up. You know, that was the fucked one.
I take a sip of my glass immediately as he says that.
I eat a grape as it's talking about.
He like conveniently just you know how you suck up the grape like out of the little stem.
It's the cherry scene from Lord of the Rings.
No,
the cherry tomato.
And like I was, that wasn't even when the coma started. I was awake for that. I was fucked.
That sucks.
The fucker that did it was a terrifying bitch too.
Was that recently, since you still have the bandages?
No, that was like, these are just basically tradition at this point. As you know, he waves around like all the cloth bands like wrapped on his arms and legs and stuff, and around his stomach. This is just tradition. It was like, how long was this? Like, like a 2.5-ish years ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Must have been a big creature if it fit like
Oh no,
your
it was a
whole
dude.
head in their mouth.
It was a dude. Like an actual man. An actual man ate my eye. Like bit my face and then slurped it up.
Oh.
It was a dude. Yes.
I
He was
see.
he was from a fucked like tribe too. I know my tribe wasn't that great either in the long run, but like these guys, they call themselves the Harvesters, full cannibal. Like
As in
even all
harvesters of organs.
sure, they see it as a respectful thing, pretty much. But even so, of all like the cannibal tribes and cannibal cons in EOS, they took that seriously. Like Jesus, I mean Lord of the Dawn. Fuck.
Well, I hope you can get him back for what he's done one day.
Part of me wants to like fucking gut this motherfucker. Like it's on the like the low bit of the list. But to be honest, I take it as a learning experience. To reiterate for Jaji, Joaquin is telling everyone how he lost his eye, and he's saying like how an actual like humanoid man bit his face and like slurped up his eye into his mouth and ingested it. Yes.
Tough.
No, that was the other guy.
No. And I never got this guy's name, obviously. 50-50 he's dead because you know, after the battle happened, you know, shit happens, and then I woke up being buried, and then now I'm here.
Well, maybe you remember his face.
I do. I fucking do. But the harvesters are still out there, so there's a chance. We didn't like wipe them all out or something. It was just another a con skirmish. A futile effort to become the new like high pharaoh of EOS. It's just comes and goes basically. But yeah. Of all things, I'm glad I wasn't in I wasn't in a cannibal war band. That's one plus, I guess. It was still shit though.
Well, cheers to getting the harvesters back for whatever they've done before.
Cheers. He like fucking he basically was about to take the free one they got on the table that was probably meant for Young Shing again or whatever from the dwarf, but he realizes and puts it back down. Bella didn't get one.
Oh, right, yeah. Here you go. Here you go, love. SYLRISE brew. First one's always on the house on SYLRISE, because that's the law, apparently. That's the law, I guess. Anyone else want another? It's not on the house.
Is it?
No, of course not. You already had your free one, you fucking
No, I didn't.
greedy. Oh, you. Well, here you fucking go then.
You charged me 2 silver.
Oh, right. My bad.
Thank you.
Does he give him a free one?
Sure. You see, like, contemplates it for a second, smiles and says, "Sure."
Oh, right, Michalis dropped by. She left some things for you. SYLRISE presents, but I need to go around the back to get them, so bear with me a little. And he like scampers off.
Oh shit, okay.
As he leaves, Theron turns to Bella and says, Joaquin had us play a game. He used air quotations, but it's just asking questions.
Oh, that's like fun.
Thanks for answering the question, by the way, Joa.
He thumbs up, and then like jokingly he puts his thumb like past his his eye patch and like twirls it in his hole, his like open socket. He don't see it all. He just like peeks in behind the bandage and then pulls it back out.
Okay, I take my respects back.
Love you too, Smalls.
Bella just kind of like she's just gonna like look at her drink and just nurse on it a little bit.
Okay, I guess Bella, we know enough about you. Maybe not. Do you have a question?
Ooh.
He literally has the feet. Actually, he does. He's just mean without knowing.
I mean,
we know
I mean
enough
that
about you. Do you want to ask us something?
As a courtesy, I guess, because we're.
You have any questions, Bella?
I suppose. Where are you all from?
Oh, you just missed that, Jesus. Lord of the Dawn, I keep doing that. Fuck.
Again, Tim.
Eos obviously was around in Ipshire, Black Hole for a while for piratey work.
Black Hole, also Ipshire.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. And Young Xing was from
the Feywild, near the Winter Courts.
Winter Courts. That's more specific. Wells. But yeah. Just if you ever go to Eos, just make sure you don't, stay either north or south, where there's at least some trees. Dead Middle is just a fucking war zone.
Okay. While you guys are talking, the dwarf sort of comes back with these parcels.
Alright, here you go.
He starts handing them out to one another. So, for next session,
oh no,
I'm going to give you guys a party member to give an uncommon magic item to.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
I will give it to you. I will give you guys who you are going to be gifting to next. After the session is over, before we conclude. Azoth, give me another religion check.
You got this.
21.
Let's go.
Let's go.
21. Your hand runs over the wood that you are examining. It feels like it's beating, almost. It feels like underneath the bark, there's a pulse. You examine it more, you take out your scalpel and some tongs and try to take some pieces out to examine the interior wood, and it almost it convexes in on itself, and you see an eye open in one of the crevices.
Who are you? What are you? Where am I?
My name's Azra. You're in my room. Who are you? What are you?
I don't know. I feel sickly. I feel
I feel pain. What has happened to me?
What do you mean you feel pain? You're stuck in this wood.
I wish to go home. Back to the dreaming town. Why am I here? What has happened to me? Help me.
What's the dreaming town?
The Feywild. My home. And you see the eyes widen. A great danger befalls. The Feywild will fall first. I see an insatiable hunger. They are coming. They
Who's
have
coming?
returned to this world. The bestials. And that is where we're going tonight's session.
Oh,
The
okay.
bestials. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh, this session.
Sad.
But,
Damn.
but the conversation.
Sad.
I'm going to message out everyone. Please do not spoil who you're gifting to. Just know that you're gifting to them.
Yeah. You said
Okay.
bestials, right?
I said bestial.
Bestial.
So my internet was dying for like the past like 15 minutes. Yabuku, what's the whole thing about gifting an uncommon item?
It's like Secret Santa, except it's Secret SYLRISE.
Oh, okay.